Hello students, welcome back to this YouTube channel. Today in this video we will study about 11 Commerce OCM chapter number 3 Business Services part 2. This is the last and 7th part of this chapter. Before starting the today's video, let us go to the recap what we have learned till now. We have first started with bank, meaning of bank, concept of bank. First bank where it was started in Geneva 1407. Then we came across the main functions and subsidiary functions of bank. Talking about main functions, there were 4 main functions of bank: to accept and collect deposit, to lend money, to invest, to lend money through overdraft and cascade, to invest and to do interbanking transaction. Then we studied about subsidiary functions. There were in total 8 subsidiary functions. Some of them were to issue letter of credit, to issue traveler's check, taking care of foreign collections, foreign exchange transactions, taking care of collections, financial collections and financial exchanges, and so on. Then we came across the types of bank account. There were 4 major types of bank account: saving account, current account, recurring deposit account, and fixed deposit is term deposit account. And then we studied about the 7 services offered by bank. The main of them were, some of them were RTGS, that is real time gross settlement, which is a real time effective transfer, fund transfer medium. Then we studied about NEFT, National Electronic Fund Transfer. Then about overdraft, cash credit, and so on. Draft, bankers pay order, bankers check, and all. Now the last topic about this chapter is e-banking. Now what is e-banking? E-banking means electronic banking. It is a kind of banking transaction which is done with the help of electronic gadgets like computer, mobile phones, and etc. using a proper internet connectivity or using internet as a medium. So before starting about e-banking, how e-banking came into the era. When we talk about the banking situations of banking industries divided into 3 eras. Banking industry is divided into 3 eras. First one was traditional era, in which traditional methods were done. Then came the computer era, in which the banking were done using computer networks and joining computers with wired networks. And then the present era, modern era, in which we are using internet as a core. Clear? Talking about traditional process. In traditional process, use of pen and paper was at most. Pen and paper means we were having registers in which accounts were created, one account on one page, and the teller or the cashiers do the transactions manually of deposit and withdrawal. So this was a lengthy process, and earlier it was done with using pen and paper. There were registers and accounts. It was done all manually. So this was the traditional process or traditional era. Then came the connection of computer, because the era of computer. In this, the computers of one particular branch were connected through a wired network. Computers of one particular branch or one particular area are connected through a wired networks, and that data is now then copied down to a floppy disk or a hard drive, and it is being submitted to the central branch of that bank. So we can say this era was of a wired network. This era was of a wired network, means computers of a branch of a particular area connected with one another using wired networks such as LAN. Okay. So this was, and now the era that we are into is use of internet. It is use of internet means the computers of bank, the gadgets of bank are connected to one another throughout the country or throughout the universe globally using internet. Means an SBI bank of India, SBI branch of India in Mumbai is connected to an SBI branch of USA. That is the reason that we are able to operate our bank accounts from anywhere in India or anywhere in the globe. Clear? So why? Because nowadays the computers or the systems of bank are connected through internet. They are connected through internet. So this makes the process very easy and speedy. This makes the process very easy and speedy. So this was the three eras of banking system, how banking systems evolved. We started first from traditional phase, that is using pen, paper and maintaining accounts. Then we went into the era of computers, where the computers of one particular area is connected through a wire network. And now it's the current modern situation, modern era, where the computers or the electronic gadgets are connected through an internet. That is the reason that if you withdraw, if I am having an account in Rajasthan and I am withdrawing amount, I am on a visit to Gujarat or visit to Maharashtra, and I can withdraw the amount from my bank account using an ATM card, using a debit card, and still the amount is deducted from my account in Rajasthan. Why? Because those everything, every gadget is connected through internet with a centralized server, centralized system. Clear? So this was the era. Next comes internet, core banking and mobile banking. Before starting internet, core banking, mobile banking, the services that we use through internet banking, core banking or mobile banking are of two types. Those are known as financial transactions and non-financial transactions. From all three of this, using all three of this, internet banking, core banking or mobile banking, we can do financial transactions as well as non-financial transactions. Now let us understand what is financial transactions. We can do financial transactions and non-financial transactions. What is financial transactions? Any transactions in which money is involved or monetary value is involved is known as financial transaction. For example, withdrawal, deposit, payment of bills, telephone bills, payment of taxes, opening a new account. All such transactions are financial transactions. All such transactions are financial transactions. And non-financial transactions means those transactions in which monetary values are not involved. For example, an application for stopping a payment of check, application for new checkbook, application for issuance of lost ATM card, all such application for pin change. In all such cases, no monetary values are involved, so those are non-financial transactions. Okay, now talking about internet banking, core banking and mobile banking. Internet banking we can use internet banking through a desktop, computer or laptop. It is a web-based portal services in which we have to log in, we have to go to that particular website of the bank, log in over there using our user ID and password given by a bank, and then we can operate our bank account. We can do almost 80% of the services what bank provide us physically over an internet banking. It is also known as net banking and e-banking. Clear? It is a part of e-banking, but it is also known as e-banking. Clear? That is internet banking. Next comes the mobile banking. What is mobile banking? Mobile banking is same as internet banking. The only difference is in mobile banking we operate our bank account using a mobile based application provided by bank, which is downloadable from various platforms. That is mobile banking. So internet banking, using or operating our account using the medium using internet as a medium, and web based service is internet banking. Internet banking can be used on computers, desktops, laptops and so on, while mobile banking is using or operating our account using application, mobile based application provided by our banks. And the last one is core banking. Now what is core banking? The meaning of core is, we have a full form of core which is asked frequently. It is centralized online real time exchange. It is centralized online real time exchange. What is core? Core is basically the banking which core banking is a thing which brought and change or revolution in the banking industry. Using core banking, a branch of particular place is connected to a branch of another particular place and to a main server. For example, a branch of Axis Bank Dharmaj is connected to a branch of Axis Bank Borsad, both of them which are having a server in Axis Bank Ahmedabad. It is possible only through a core banking process. So core is centralized. I am writing over here. Centralized online real time exchange. to code all the data of particular branch or particular account of particular branch is available to the server, and which can be operated from any branch of that particular bank. This is the reason that I can operate a bank account open in Rajasthan over here, or bank account opened over here in Rajasthan, or vice versa. Clear? So these three are the main, or we can say major factors or major classifications of e-banking: internet banking, core banking, and mobile banking. And the last topic for this chapter is services associated with bank. The first services that is associated with bank is ATM. The full form of ATM is automated teller machine. It is automated teller machine. The full form of ATM is automated teller machine. Although we all might be knowing about the ATM services now, we can use ATM machines for variable services. Automated teller machines, we can use it for cash withdrawals. We can use it nowadays. We can use it for deposition of cash also. We can use it for pin change. We can use it for mini statement or downloading our statements with the from the bank. Next service is debit card. Debit card and credit card, both are known as plastic money. Both of them are known as plastic money. In debit card, it allows us to withdraw our money from our bank account. Debit card can also is a kind of card which is also known as prepaid. Means the amount of money that we are having in available in our bank account can be withdrawn using debit card. And credit card. Credit card is an option in which the bank provides us an extra credit, a kind of a loan, and allow us to withdraw over the amount available in a bank. So the amount that we withdraw using credit card is a kind of loan that we need to repay to the bank with a particular rate of interest, and the terms and conditions for issuing credit card depends differently on bank accounts. Clear? So the services associated with banks are ATM, debit card, and credit card. So this was our chapter number 3, business services part 2. Hope you guys have understood this properly. If you are having any doubt, please write it on the comment section. One more important thing, in the previous 6 parts of this video, we have been going through a short quiz. I was asking 3 to 4 questions which you have to answer on the video. So 3 students have been answering quite well, and I need to upload them. The first one of them was Dhruva Patel, second was Janil Patel, and third is Ivanshi Shah. Kudos to you 3. Rest of the students, please do watch your videos and try to answer the questions in the comment section. That's all for today. Stay home, stay safe, happy learning.